It's been a while. The only man that could pull me back from the abyss. Guys, my name's Liam, one of the host brothers here. Yeah, we're back to RKLB. Do you know what? I went through a phase, Francisco, where I fell out of love with creating content around RKLB. It was one of those, it was laborious, repetition every single day. And you know what? You reached out to me a few times and you've convinced me to come back. So, Francisco, big shout out, my guy. How are you?
Good, man. Just here sitting, like, I'm happy to win the green. It's been a rough, like, week and a half or something. We steadily have been going down since we hit all-time highs. But it's all macro. I think it's nothing to do with RKLB. RKLB's still, like, doing their thing. It's just, I mean, everything's been going down if you really think about it. You look at some stocks and even all the AI, they hit, like, all-time highs, pull back. And this Monday and Tuesdays was horrible. But it looks like we're going to have a green day. So I'm happy about that. Finally, yeah. We're looking at 57 right now. And I'm 57 something, so it's good.
Yeah, 57, 12, we're about 0.97% up. Yeah, look, over the last 5 days, my guys.
Yeah,
14%
I know.
down, even over the last month. Look, we're starting to climb. We're green on the month.
Yeah.
1% up, but like, it's one of those. Over the last 6 months, we look at 152%. Are we pushing for that next leg up? I know a lot of people are going around saying there's a lot of hype around the stock at the moment. We have one party saying that it's going to $100, with the other party
40.
saying, yeah. But you know what? I actually thought about it. Yeah, I'm not firing any shots at anyone, but the guys that are saying it's not going to $100 will be the first to take the credit if it goes to $100. So I'm just putting that out there, yeah? Don't hate on people for being bullish. Some people hate on people for being bearish, yeah? So, like, why are you hating on people for being over bullish? It doesn't matter. I was actually looking. Loads of people were saying about hype and they can't do the research because of the hype. And it's like, well, fix your own algorithm. That's your own problem, my guys. Like, you're following all these people, and especially when you're commenting on all these $100 things, you're interacting with it, so you're just going to get pushed out it more. So it is what it is. But we have June in the chat. June, hi guys. June, big shout out. You're always here.
Look who's there also. Eastern Shore Spaceflight is here. That dude, man, thanks for everything you do. This dude is like going out there, man, and putting out pictures every day and giving us updates. So I'm sure as soon as he sees something out there with stage 2, we're gonna see it, and I can't wait for him to take some pictures of that. I mean, I log in every day looking.
Stage 2. We haven't seen it yet.
I don't know what's going on with stage 2. You do
it's one of those, like,
I can hear myself.
Around that time you visited Wallops, we were feeling we would start to see stage 2, and it's one of those where wouldn't you start seeing it being moved on the verges? It's getting close towards the end of the year. Look, I'm not that worried. Look, even if we push into next year, I've always said that I'm not that worried. But it's one of those, it's cutting the wire fine now, where if we are going to get an end of the year launch, we'd want to start seeing stage 2 moving.
Here's what I think that when I was out there, like Wallops for the opening, they thought that in a few weeks we're gonna have the stage 2 come on a March, but I mean, we're already November 5th and we haven't seen anything. That does get me a little bit scared that we're not gonna get that launch December.
Speaking about stage 2 though, we always get snippets that come out of these launches. This will just be our luck now that stage 2 will get announced. It's on its way down during this Electron launch, so we won't say nothing yet. But June says, well, I was looking for some $55 shares. If we have a successful launch, stock might have another dip. It just feels like that, doesn't it? Every time we have something successful, we dip. Look, this is the 74th. We're pushing towards the 100 very, very quickly. What's that? How many is that this year now?
For this 17.
We're coming on to a nice end of the year there. Eastern Spaceflight says, heck yes. Look, Jacob, big shout out, my guy. It's been a long time, my guy. 16 today, Jacob says.
Okay. No, they also announced 8 Somebody needs to find it. Do you see that?
No, let me run
There's
in.
a haze launch coming up.
Didn't you say a haze launch was pushed back as well not that long ago? Look, guys, I am completely disconnected with RKLB at the moment. I
Yeah, if you go to my page, you see the haze.
and I'm just all over the place. When was it announced?
It was not announced. Somebody posted it. Actually, Eastern Shore Space Flight. He found it, and I retweeted it.
Let me double check that out.
Can't send it to me for some reason.
Francisco has a massive echo. Look, that could be me. Let me just double check that, my guys.
Let me turn this up.
And off cancellation. That might be banging back from my thing here. Let me echo cancellation. There we go, guys. Does that sound any better? Do let me know.
Yeah, the echo's horrible. It's still.
Oh, did you get it as well?
Yeah. I can hear myself. Hello. I still hear it.
Let me turn down myself, and we'll say.
It was fine at the beginning.
Then June says, yes, Francisco Mike is doing a weird echo. Hopefully we can get that sorted out. Eastern Shore Spaceflight says, next spaceflight, put it out there this morning. Okay, I'll find that there. Lima's fine, it's Francisco's side. What I think it could be is it bouncing back off mine, though, and repeating back down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was fine at the beginning. I still hear it.
Yeah, no, even when I put it. Can you speak through your computer without the headset?
I don't have another mic.
Let me double check. Look, the joys of being back. It's unbelievable. Do you know what? I actually have a Joby stream after this, the Joby earnings, and it actually happened to us on that. Our audio kept clipping. It was the worst time for it to happen, not going to lie. Jacob says, no, it's still there. Hopefully we get that sorted. The only thing it could be, because we're streaming at 3 different places, I can turn off my one on X, if not, and see if that helps. Do you know what, Francisco? If you leave and come back, it might work. There we go, guys. I do have an eye on the launch at the moment, so don't worry, we won't miss it. But what we'll do, we'll quickly have a run through of what this launch is all about. So it's a Japanese customer. So launch called the Nation Guard Navigates. It is the payload is the QPS-SAR 14. So jumping across that, scheduled to launch from Complex 1 in New Zealand, and yeah, the window's opening in about 12-15 minutes or so. I'm not going to pronounce that name because I'll make a butcher of it, but it's for the Japanese god of nation building. It's for a 575 circular orbit. This satellite will join the rest of the QPS-SAR constellation in providing high-resolution synthetic aperture radar images to Earth, monitoring services globally. IQPS aims to build a constellation of 36 SAR satellites that will provide near-time images of Earth every 10 minutes. The Nation Guard will be the 6th mission deployed for the IQPS, making RKLB the go-to provider for their constellation. So, it's go time. Here we go, my guys.
We are just moments away from Electron's 74th mission, set to lift off from Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1 in Mahia, New Zealand. The clock is at T-minus 18 minutes to liftoff for today's mission, our 16th launch of the year. Hello and good morning. My name is Sam Peters, coming to you from New Zealand, and along with me is Jess Hepworth, and we'll be taking you through today's launch operations.
Thanks, Sam. That's right. It's an exciting morning over here at Mission Control, where we're preparing for our latest mission for the Japan-based Institute of Kyushu Pioneers of Space, or IQPS. Launch preparations have been underway all morning at LC1, and everything is looking green so far with the rocket, the weather, and the range. We're locked in and targeting the top of today's launch window, with liftoff set for 8:51 local time or 7:51 UTC.
Today's launch is our 6th satellite deployment for IQPS's constellation of Earth imaging synthetic aperture radar satellites. We've been the primary launch provider of their constellation since they began launching their QPS satellites, and we've got another 6 missions to come for the constellation following this one. We've named today's launch the Nation Guard Navigates, as the satellite we're sending to space is called Yachi Hoko 1 for the Japanese Guard of Nation Building. Today we're headed to a 575-kilometer circular Earth orbit at a 42-degree inclination to deploy Yachi Hoko 1, where it will join its fellow guards in space, all already delivered there by Electron. That includes the Moon Guard, the Lightning Guard, the Sea Guard, the Mountain Guard, and in August, the Harvest Goddess. So today it's the Nation Guard's time to fly.
With this being our 6th mission for IQPS, we recently signed an additional agreement for a further 3 launches, totaling 12 launches for their Earth imaging constellation. Each dedicated launch, like the past 5, is for a single synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, satellite. We even provide the separation systems for these missions as well. They'll be deployed from a Rocket Lab motorized light band.
That's right. It's a privilege to be the primary launch provider for the IQPS constellation, and we're looking forward to many more. Let's hear now from the team directly about their mission and SAR constellation capabilities.
Founded in Fukuoka with the mission of establishing a space industry in Kyushu, IQPS marks its 20th anniversary in 2025. Today, together with more than 25 partner companies, mainly based in northern Kyushu, we are developing the world-class small SAR satellite, QPS-SAR. SAR satellites use radio waves, enabling observation of the Earth's surface day or night in any weather. IQPS is steadily working toward a 36-satellite QPS-SAR constellation, aiming for near real-time Earth observation almost anywhere on the globe. Since launching our first satellite in December 2019, we have continued to expand our fleet and gained extensive expertise in operations. In March 2025, our new R&D hub, QSIP, was established. QSIP integrates manufacturing, testing, and shipping on one floor, enabling production of up to 10 satellites per year. This boosts efficiency and development speed, accelerating launches and service readiness. Partnering with government agencies, infrastructure operators, and others, we are already delivering results by combining satellite data with image analysis and AI. Our satellites are used for inspecting large infrastructure and monitoring wildfires, earthquakes, eruptions, and other disasters, helping detect crises early. As natural disasters and geopolitical risks increase worldwide, the need for our high-precision observation data grows more urgent every day. Faster, more accurate, covering more places than ever before. We will continue expanding our constellation, realizing a world where Earth is observed more frequently. Unlocking the potential of space and contributing to human progress. The challenge of IQPS continues.
We've absolutely loved working with IQPS to build their constellation, and we really are honored they've trusted us as their go-to launch provider. In fact, we've actually had more Electron missions for iQPS this year than any other customer, and it's been a beautiful partnership. All right, so we've got a nice frosty Electron in front there. The team is finalizing loading liquid oxygen, or LOX, into the vehicle. This super cold, high-performance propellant is loaded onto Electron as close to launch as possible, as it's essential to keep it in its super chilled state. The stage operator is responsible for fueling ops, and their status will be confirmed next during the go, no-go poll. Today we have operators in mission control here in Auckland and at the launch site in range control. We actually have 5 mission operation centres where we can operate both launches and space operations.
And today's launch director is Taylor Moore, who is managing the mission from the range. Taylor will poll each of our station operators for their readiness to proceed to launch. We're looking for a go from each operator to confirm that Electron is ready for flight. Let's check in with the LD now.
To all operators, we're proceeding with the go, no-go sequence. Commencing with stage.
Stages go.
Avionics.
Avionics is go.
GNC.
GNC is go.
Beacon.
Beacon is go.
T1.
T1 is go.
GC.
GC is go.
PLS.
PLS is go.
RSO.
RSO is go.
MET.
MET is go.
MM.
MM is go.
LD sub.
LD sub is go.
The go, no-go sequence is complete. We are T-minus 11 minutes and 27 seconds and counting. We are go for terminal auto sequence at T-minus 10 minutes. From this time, the 3-word procedure is in effect.
Fantastic. That's a resounding go across all systems, and the Nation God is cleared for flight. We're now at T-minus 11 minutes in the countdown, and so far the mission is continuing nominally. The payload is healthy, and the weather is still looking good for today's mission. Our T0 launch target is set for 8:51 a.m. While we wait for the LOX loading to be complete, now is a good time to share an update on another Rocket Lab mission that's about to launch, this time involving 2 of our spacecraft bound for Mars. The Escape and Plasma Acceleration and Dynamics Explorers mission, or ESCAPADE, will send our 2 spacecraft to Mars to study the red planet's unique hybrid atmosphere for NASA and UC Berkeley's Space Sciences Laboratory, helping scientists better understand the processes that drive space weather changes there.
That's right. The 2 spacecraft, named Blue and Gold after Berkeley school colors, are in Florida and ready for launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The pair are based off our Explorer spacecraft platform. Now, when they're in their stowed position, they each measure about 1.5 meters wide, or around 5 feet. But once their solar arrays deploy, that measurement extends up to 5 meters, or around 16 feet wide. Each of them weigh just about 200 kilograms, or 440 pounds, and they weigh more than double that once they are fully fueled for the mission.
After launch, the spacecraft will loiter in Earth's neighborhood for 12 months until the planetary alignment window opens for their 22-month journey ahead of them to Mars. It'll take 11 months to get there as part of the crew stage, and then the pair will have 11
Speak now,
months to
Francisco.
conduct their primary science mission
Hey, what's up?
once they're at the red planet.
Can you hear me?
The twins have
Guys,
been
can that-
patiently waiting for
is
their
that any
moment,
better?
and that time to launch to Mars is now closer
I
than
hear
ever.
echo from the.
Let's take a look at the journey the Escapade spacecraft and our team have taken these past couple of months to be ready for their mission to Mars.
Escapade is a low-cost, dual spacecraft science mission to study Mars's hybrid magnetosphere. It's funded by NASA, science is led by the University of California, Berkeley, and the spacecraft bus is provided by Rocket Lab. The bus is basically what takes the science instrument from Earth to Mars, and it's what keeps the satellite alive.
The more we learn about other planets in our solar system, the more we also learn about our own planet and its past and maybe its future as well. You know, this mission to Escapade and going to Mars is helping us understand its magnetosphere. But not only that, with a platform like this, it can be adapted to do many different missions, and each of those missions may have their own way of improving life here on Earth.
So Escapade represents basically doing science at a order of magnitude lower than previous. You know, we're doing it for, less than 80 million for spacecraft and launch, which is huge.
One of the ways we made
these spacecraft at the price point we did was by developing them over about 3 years instead of the typical 10.
So today we brought our spacecraft in from the truck into our integration facility here, and we've been moving our spacecraft onto their rotation fixtures and setting up our ground support equipment for the rest of our testing campaign prior to launch. There's been a ton of work leading up to this. I've been working on this program for almost 2 years now. Definitely means a lot to be here and this close to launch.
I think the team is amazing. There's been, a few ups and downs along the way, and they just keep persevering. It's been a lot of hard work to get to this point, for sure.
I mean, the biggest challenge here is that part of the NASA Simplex mission is that we have to be compatible with a lot of different launch vehicles. So actually trying to design for 12 different vehicles and then eventually getting down selected to New Glenn was actually quite difficult to envelope all those performances of all the loads. So I got to design the spacecraft to be fairly robust, which is great because it's helping us get through on this rocket coming up.
Escapade really fits well into Rocket Lab's overall mission to be an end-to-end space company. And it's a beautiful example of what we can do when we bring everything in-house. The Escapade propellant tanks, for example, they were developed in record time in less than half a year.
Rocket Lab is an end-to-end company, so we're fully vertically integrated. We found a way to be able to parallelize the entire development and production of the spacecraft by making the tanks on their own timeline, and then when they were ready, integrating them on the spacecraft.
Honestly, it feels like a dream come true to be working on a Mars spacecraft. I'm touching hardware that I've had an impact in designing and building and testing that is going to another planet.
I think to see it for real for the first time will just be kind of pretty surreal to begin with. We'll probably all be gathered here for the launch, and we'll just be waiting for first contact. And I think once we get that, it'll be all systems go, and from there it will just be from one milestone to another, and it's just going to be fun to be part of that journey.
And my dream is that, planetary exploration also goes from billion-dollar government programs down to something much more achievable that is within the budget of a university. And Escapade takes that first step.
What it unlocks is additional deep space high delta V missions. Things like Mars telecommunication orbiters, asteroid rendezvous, mission to Venus, or even further.
Escapade is such an important mission. The science that Blue and Gold will conduct could help researchers better understand not just how the atmosphere and magnetosphere evolve at planets like Mars, but also use that science as a model to compare Earth's own magnetosphere and atmospheric escape. We can't wait to see this mission finally fly soon. We've got our fingers crossed, so keep an eye on our socials to follow their journey to Mars once Escapade is launched.
Can't wait for that.
Guys, is Francisco sound any better there now?
Hold down mechanisms are armed.
No.
Strong back is retracted for flight. Copy.
I know how I can fix it, I think, but what it'll do will knock off the stream for a second. Right, 2 seconds.
I don't know what happened. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Are you better there now?
Yeah, I don't hear my echo anymore.
Yeah, it's because I'm sharing the audio. There you go. Is that better now?
Yeah, I hear me. Again.
It's when I'm sharing the audio. I don't know what the... How did we do this before?
I don't know what happened.
Now back to Electron and today's launch from LC1. We are just 4 minutes away from our T0 liftoff target right at 8:51 a.m. local time here in New Zealand. We're tracking no issues with the rocket, the payload, the range, or the weather as we head into the final count. Electron's flight computer will take over the countdown and run the last 2 minutes or so of the pre-launch autonomous operations. That includes final top-offs of liquid oxygen to the propellant tanks and peak pressurization across both stage 1 and stage 2 ahead of liftoff. Once we check those boxes, it'll be time for that final 10-second countdown. So let's switch back over to mission control and listen in to the final count. We'll be back with you after liftoff. Go Electron.
How about now? Still.
I don't know what is happening.
I removed my frame on X and still have the echo. Very hard. So we can watch it. Do you talk about the haste?
To all operators, from now on, there should be no red flags in your critical LCCs. Beacon LD on mission card.
LD beacon.
You know,
Lock the
I
auto
never got the
sequence
haste
and
back
confirm.
up.
Locked.
Confirm all flight computer ASCOs are green.
All ASCOs are green.
Copy beacon. To all operators, we are go for auto sequence start at T-minus 2 minutes. LD is go for launch.
So apparently a haste popped up for November 16. The mission name is Ben.
Ben.
V like Victor,
Oh,
A, N.
Are you still echoing?
Yep, very bad.
Vehicle is fully on internal power. AFTS is green and enabled for flight.
Locked load is complete. System is in recirculation.
All right.
Anti-geyser is disabled. Stage 1 and Stage 2 tanks are pressed for flight.
High flow engine purge enabled.
Okay, let's get it.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
There it goes.
Beginning control.
Stage 1 propulsion nominal.
Electron has cleared the launch pad and the nation god is on its way to space for IQPS. Velocity is quickly climbing at more than 800 kilometers an hour and counting, with Electron just past 5 kilometers above LC1 right now. The first thing we want to listen out for from Mission Control is the call for max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure. It's that moment during ascent when Electron's increasing speed meets decreased air density to cause the maximum amount of stress against the vehicle. Let's listen in.
Of course, the start one red.
Nice, clean sailing through max Q for Electron there. The vehicle speed is climbing nicely past 2,500 kilometers an hour, now at 1.5 minutes into the mission. Next up, after max Q, will be MECO, or main engine cutoff, which is the command to shut down Electron's 9 Rutherford engines on the first stage. Once this happens, the first and second stages of the rocket will separate, and the single remaining Rutherford engine on the second stage will fire up to fuel the rest of the Nation Guard's ride to orbit. We should be able to check out both stages during that separation event, so keep an eye out for that milestone as it occurs.
Stage 1 propulsion holding nominal. Stand by for MECO in approximately 30 seconds.
Looks interesting. Man, the rocket went up and the stack went down.
Staging. Entering back flight mode.
MECO confirmed.
There it is. I like this camera, but Liam, I can't even hear you now. You sound like a bot.
Has fired up to continue the mission to orbit. Electron moving now at more than 7,900 kilometers per hour, past 100 kilometers in altitude. Next up will be fairing separation from this second stage. This will mark the first time QPS-SAR 14 has been exposed to the vacuum of space. We might be able to see those two fairing halves split and fall away from the onboard camera view. Let's watch out for that now.
Fairing jettison confirmed.
HV discharge holding nominal.
And there they go, fairing jettison confirmed for Electron. And there on your screen is the QPS-SAR 14 satellite ahead of payload deployment.
Some things you'll hear from Mission Control shortly will be HV battery discharge nominal and approaching hot swap, both of which are call-outs related to the batteries powering the Rutherford engine on Electron's second stage. These batteries are essential for driving the electric pumps that supply fuel and oxidizer to the engine.
Yep. But like most batteries, their energy eventually runs out. And since the second stage burn lasts longer than the capacity of the initial set of batteries, Electron executes a critical maneuver called the hot swap. During this process, the rocket switches to a fresh set of batteries while the engine continues firing and gets rid of the depleted ones. This action is a key milestone in the second stage's path to orbit. Let's watch and listen.
Guidance is nominal. 200 seconds remaining. HV discharge holding nominal, approaching hot swap in roughly 30 seconds.
Oh, he dropped.
Throttling down.
Nice.
Confirm hot swap. swap successful.
And that's a clean and successful hot swap. The second stage, Rutherford, is firing hot and nominally after that action, exactly as expected. The mission has a bit further to go beyond Earth before we reach our next staging event ahead of our 575-kilometer target orbit.
HVB discharge holding nominal, and AFTS has safed.
We have a few more minutes left in this second stage engine burn before Electron reaches its nominal transfer orbit and separates the kick stage with the QPS-SAR 14 satellite. Because the kick stage is released in an elliptical pattern, a transfer orbit will bring the kick stage to the altitude of its planned 575-kilometer circular orbit. That journey takes about 40 minutes or so from the moment the kick stage is separated from the second stage. Once the kick stage reaches its target, its own engine will light up to perform additional maneuvers to circularize its altitude before deploying Yachihoko 1 to join the rest of IQPS's constellation.
This camera is great. You can see a little bit of
So we're
smoke.
coming up now on our final staging event before payload deployment. It's a process very similar to MECO, which we completed with the first stage just a few minutes ago, but this time we have SECO for second engine cutoff of that vacuum Rutherford engine you see on your screen over there. We should see it shut down in preparation for the second stage to release the kick stage and send the Nation Guard on its way to orbit. Standing by with mission control now.
SECO confirmed.
Stage separation confirmed.
Great news. That is SECO confirmed on the second stage and a successful deployment of the kick stage to its nominal transfer orbit. Great news for the mission so far.
We're here in an elliptical orbit for about 40 minutes or so until we reach our planned apogee. And then it's our Curie engine's time to shine. Curie is our secret sauce to our extreme precision. About 4 minutes before payload deployment, our tiny Curie engine will ignite for a 3-minute burn to circularize our orbit ahead of delivery for QPS-SAR 14.
That's right, but for now, we're going to take a break from the broadcast while the kick stage does its thing. And we'll come back and join you to listen in on those final moments before payload deployment. See you back here shortly.
Oh, I guess we're done. Liam left me. I think that was the problem. There's something wrong on his end. Bro, something on your end. You stop the stream? I can't hear you. It's so bad. Then you have to restart your computer. Yeah, you might have to just go restart the computer back up. Let me decode the message. Yeah, I think it's on his end. I think, yeah, look, oh, I think it's something wrong with his computer. I don't have an echo now. Best CNC8. Did any one of you guys had a chance to re-listen to Kratos' code? Man, I really want to do that. Let's see if he restarts his camera or whatever the problem is. think you should just shut it down. We tried. Leanne's just having a lot of problems, so I'm gonna leave now, and I'm gonna watch on my own. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys some other time.
Now, guys, can you hear me any better? I'll get the stream back up for you. Guys, do jump in and let me know. Francisco, my guy, how's that?
You start a new one?
This is live still.
Oh,
Is the audio any better?
I don't hear an echo now. That was good.
It was
Was
my
it on
side. Blame me, guys.
your...
Do you know what? Thank God that happened not on the Joby stream.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to
Happened to us last time.
decipher. I was trying to decipher the alien message that we were getting, though. I'm right here writing all the notes.
So let's get back to talking about RKLB. Look, successful launch. I couldn't concentrate that much because going here, there, and everywhere between it. Another successful launch. What, 74 now? I forgot about that. Of course, it was going to be the escapade. It was going to be the little snippet we hear. New Glenn. We need to stream that New Glenn launch. We will get audio way better for that now.
Yeah.
When is that set to actually go off?
We're saying November 9, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Blue Origin or confirmation. We have to see. I mean, let's look it up on Blue Origin on X. Let me see.
Let me. What's the start price looking at the moment? Is there any news on Tesla at the moment?
Any news on what?
Rally today, but
We have, let's see, what they're saying the Blue Origin launch will be no earlier than November 9. So that's what I see. Hopefully that one happens. I am scared though. That's gonna be an interesting one.
Oh yeah, Rocket Lab. Look, we're sitting quite flat at the moment, 0.32% down. Oh no, we're dropping. 0.4. Would you
This
buy it?
is,
Or are you anticipating us to drop a little bit lower before we push forward? No, earnings. What 5 days ago? Was up?
I don't know what's gonna happen with earnings, bro. To be honest, like I mean, the market is so bad. I think they really need to open. I mean, we're dropping now again. They need to open that the government. That's the reality. It's like I think that's gonna hurt us because it's gonna hurt everybody in space because we're not getting the contracts and everybody was banking on that. Maybe that's why the stock is going down a little bit. I'm sure a lot of people were buying calls, like thinking that in October, November timeframe we were gonna get a bunch of like SD8 or Golden Dome contracts. But a lot of people are so close in their calls because it's like, hey, it's been over a month now, and like the government still
Yeah.
closed, so people are getting scared and like pulling out, I think, until we get something. I think once you see the government opening up, then we go back up.
Red
But
Wire's getting into very dodgy water now lately too, isn't it?
I don't
Yesterday
know.
we were at a 52-week low.
Yeah,
Me and
yeah, like
Francisco were actually
60.
talking back it over. I was like, do you know what? I'm actually so tempted to dive in to lower my average. And even Francisco was like, do you know what? You're a brave man to do that.
I
Look, it
know.
would have worked out today, but I don't know.
Mm,
After earning, that will soon paint a picture for us. Can it go
it
anywhere than last time?
last time, last earnings, they didn't work out for us, did it? He went like
Oh,
from
no, no.
11 to 9, then back to 11, and then when the CEO started talking, that thing went all the way down to 8. I'm not messing with that. I did bought more
It
Kratos
feels like
though on the
we've
pullback.
fallen out of that range now between that $8 to $10 now, and it's just getting scary now at the moment, where you actually don't know how far we're gonna drop. Um,
Yeah, I played that song like how low can you go? How low can you go? I think that I just have no idea. And I mean, even like I said it on the live last night, the Kratos CEO, he said it that they have some contracts, some work that they're doing for the government, and they didn't get paid, so it's getting pushed to next quarter. So if that's them, and they do a lot for the government, I'm assuming Kratos, I mean Redwire, and even Rocket Lab maybe having issues with that. But also everybody was waiting for contracts, and they're not gonna happen, so everything's gonna get pushed. If
it's
you
been
combine
flashing like
that.
that at the moment.
If you combine that with maybe a Neutron, a pushback too, I
Oh,
think that's why getting people scared. That people are
do you know what?
also obviously thinking that because we haven't seen anything on the pad, they're still working on the pad, and we haven't seen stage two or anything from stage one, and people are getting nervous. Yeah, I don't blame them. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm a long-term investor, and I tell people like, listen, if it goes down. I will probably act like crazy. Because here's what I think the biggest catalyst it will be when we see Neutron on the pad. That's really what's gonna make it. Not even the launch. I think when people see something on the pad, people like to see. People are visual. I think when they see something like that, they're gonna go for it, and it'll pay up if the stock goes down. And I think that's just my opinion, not financial advice. Just my opinion. It's
But
what
I
I might
seen
do.
everyone sharing the fear index at the moment, and I said
Hmm.
I've never seen that index more in my life over the past 24 months. It feels like we're constantly yo-yoing between extreme fear to extreme greed. And look, nothing is you can't go off past performance, but but going off past performance, it feels like when your government opens back up, we're gonna bounce again.
Oh no,
Um,
definitely. I'm with you on that. I agree.
the only problem is it's a bit like Red Wire, yeah. Eventually, we're gonna get caught out. It's
Yeah.
just how far can we walk the tightrope?
Well, with
Um,
the Redwire, the good thing is that they got a big drone deal open in Europe, right?
yeah,
Like, so maybe that'll help a little bit. I think it all depends on the CEO. He really has to knock it out of the park and talk about it. I honestly thought that the Kratos CEO knocked it out of the park. I have to listen to that thing like twice, 2 times or 3 times, and just to get all the information. There was so much information, and the stock still dropped. It wasn't a bad call, and it still dropped a lot. So that does have me scared a little bit. I think it's all in the government. The government needs to open.
It's one of those. It feels like I don't know. No, saying that Amazon had a decent earnings, but or Palantir had an all right as well.
Yeah, I mean a lot
It
of them
feels like
did.
it doesn't matter how good these earnings calls are. I actually feel like unless Rocket Lab come out on earnings and say, look, we're still aiming to launch this year, or like we've secured these contracts, I feel like we're dropping until that government goes. Like, there's one of
But
those. We're getting so close to Neutron at the moment. Yeah, you'd be a brave person to start selling Rocket Lab now.
oh yeah,
We've waited
I mean
this long, guys.
yeah, it's just gonna be a delay, so I'm not worried about that. If anything, I see an opportunity of adding more to my position. But yeah, it doesn't scare me. But you got all the people that gamble, the short-term investors and the traders and people that do options, they're all gonna jump ship, and I think that's what's happening. I mean, they're trying to make money weekly or bi-weekly, monthly, and right now it's not attractive, and that's what it is. But
Have
I
you
mean,
liquidated all your red wire, or have you still it?
no, I'm still in. I thought
That's
about it
what I'm
when it
like,
went to 11. I,
and
I
I'm
was
at
an
that
idiot.
stage now. I'm that far down. There's no point liquidating. I may as well watch
Yeah,
it
yeah.
go to zero at this stage, my guy.
Well, at this point, I make money with other stuff that I trade. So my plan is I'll wait till the very last minute, and if anything, I'll probably do half of the position and just do for tax write-offs. So at the end of the day, it's not gonna be that bad for me because I can just use it for other stuff. I mean, obviously you wanna make money, but whatever it is, what it is.
Chat, do jump in. Let me know. How are you feeling during this? I don't know, rocky time. It's one of those where I actually think it's better coming together like this, having a chat with each other, showing that you're not the only one that's down. I'm not going to say the figure, but Francisco told me how much he was down earlier, and I was like, my God, you know what? Maybe life's not that bad, you know?
Yeah, I was
But
down a little bit of money.
yeah, he's
Probably
down
enough
like,
to buy a house.
do you know what? Over here, that's 4 houses, my guy.
Yeah,
No lie. Um,
but
you
it
know,
happens. You know why? And I don't even lose sleep over it because, like, I mean, if if you look for the whole year, I'm up so much money. Then
yeah.
being down all that money, it's not even it doesn't do anything to me.
This
I
is the
mean,
first time I've got proper caught in my pants down because I actually have no cash on the sides. I always have like me and
mm,
Vast CNC were talking about it yesterday. Vast actually jumped into the S&P. I normally have a tactic where I'm constantly adding to the S&P, and then when big things happen like this, I've been in the
mm,
S&P that long that even if the S&P drops down even 10%, I can liquidate because I'm still up from where I was.
right.
And
Yeah,
I
not
literally
bad strat.
deployed all that on Tesla after Tesla's earnings, and now
Really.
I'm just caught my pants down. Not gonna lie. Now Tesla's
Yeah,
still going up, but like,
I mean, Tesla's good. I mean, I have the version 14 now, and that thing it's a big improvement. Takes me right out of my garage now, straight up. Like I just have to hit the button now, like full self-drive, and the
yeah.
thing goes. It backs out of my driveway, and it goes to where I need to go. And I tried it like many times, no interventions, and it goes and parks in the parking lots. It's really cool, actually. A lot of
And
improvements.
what's your confidence like with it? You sitting at the wheel, being like,
Oh, I'm very confident. Maybe I
"Are
should.
you?" Yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely very confident with it. Like I'll set it up every time that I'm driving, and a lot of times I'm looking at X or something when the car is driving. I have my X like pulled up like there. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, I mean I'm very confident. Obviously, I'm paying attention, and if I'm in the highway and I have no cars around me, I can focus
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
that. But
Like,
I mean it's really good. It's very good.
Joel Williams says, couldn't care holding long term. It's all just numbers on
Yeah,
a sheet until then, really. Although
yeah.
good and nice being bigger numbers in my portfolio. I actually said that about
Yeah.
must be 3 months ago at this stage. we come on here like, well, I haven't been here for a while now, but say on the VTOL Weekly, and we're in there every week, and we're saying like we want it green, we want it green, want it green, and then when we're green, we're saying, oh, I wish I could buy more, and then when we go red, like this last while, we're starting to go, oh, we need it to go green again. You're looking at your account that far down, and you're afraid to buy because you're like, oh, it might go lower, and then you just miss the opportunity. It's constant. Guys,
Oh yeah,
anyone buying Rocket Lab
that
now at the moment? Are you
that
anticipating any further down? I actually think we're actually in quite a nice range at the moment.
yeah, I think so
Um,
too.
I
Remember, it
did.
wasn't only like a month that I ate my hat. Remember, we went on the stream and put my hat on the blender and I ate some of it. Like even like
Yeah.
Matt actually came in for that one,
Pure
and that
people
was yeah, I pulled a copy and put it back, and yeah, like and we was just celebrating that we got to 50. I mean, I'm still like my portfolio is very decent. I mean, I can't complain, man. It's been a good year. It's been a great year. And with Rocket Lab, I always had that feeling that you were talking about. Like I was adding to it, and every time it went up to like 10, 12, I always felt that I didn't have enough Rocket Lab. I'm like, where can I make more money? I just want to buy more. I was very greedy with Rocket Lab. I just wanted more and more and more. And I hate myself because I was to a point that I could have like done like maybe margins and people were getting into with margins like fool's goal and I think other people were doing it. I just don't mess with that stuff. And I'm like, I should have done it. I would have probably doubled it even more, but yeah, I always felt like I never had enough Rocket Lab. Probably still do.
Look, the guys that use merging have balls much bigger than mine because
Oh yeah.
me and Reese got caught very early on with merging.
I
And
don't know. It's not for me.
do you know what? I like my sleep, and no. I just don't want. And you know, the fact is that you could have remained in the stock if you just
Yeah, the
stayed
problem with
loyal.
margins is they imagine like some people probably got the margins call last night or yesterday when the whole market
Oh,
crashed.
oh my God.
They think about it, it crashed so bad, like in everything, like even Nvidia, everything went down so much. There was a lot of companies that were down so much. Like I can't be doing that. I don't know. I just don't do it. Some people are smart and they can do it. I just can't do it.
Jordan says 46 was my last buy. I would love to buy more shares, but I feel I have enough shares in my portfolio and don't want to be over allocated. Look,
That's
I'm not
fair.
asking you what your position size in Rocket Lab, but how heavy weighted are you percentage wise in Rocket Lab? I've asked all the guys. I've asked Matt. I've asked Dave. I've asked Scott O. I've asked Ampan Man. And you know what? I actually realized, Francisco, myself and yourself are actually very, very concentrated
I'm
compared to
very
most.
concentrated. I'd say like I'm like ah, probably like around 80% Rocket Lab.
I'm actually not that high anymore. I used to be extremely.
But I
Um,
think I think I'm that high because Kratos and like Redwire, all this stuff that went down in price, like made the Rocket Lab and Rocket Lab going
oh,
up in
push up,
price.
yeah.
Yeah, it got pushed up. Yeah,
I think I'm definitely about 65% now. For a
yeah.
long while, I was extreme.
I mean,
Joby has helped push that up massively.
I got
Um,
some interesting investments. I got So 5. I got Rivian that's doing really good today. I'm in and out of
oh,
Hems. I'm in
we were talking
Archer.
about Rivian before the stream, weren't we? I have to shout out Dylan. Dylan was telling me to do that, and Francisco was very early on telling me about Rivian.
Yeah, in that Rocket Lab group when Rivian was
Oh
9, I
my
was
God, this
telling
guy, Joel, I love
people.
it. Yeah, you don't want to be over allocating. You're 90% in Rocket Lab. You may as well slap 100 on that, my guy.
Yeah, but how much money is that? This dude probably has $10 million. So
Oh my God, that did make me laugh. You know what? Big shout out, Joel. I love that you backed it too.
yeah, yeah, 90%.
This is why I
Yeah,
asked.
yeah, but I
Do you know
wonder how
what?
much.
I love it. I respect anyone that concentrates very high. But look, I respect absolutely anyone that owns
You
shares in a company for the long term.
You know what? Like I wouldn't mind being 90, even 100%. Sometimes that's the best thing you could do. I mean, if you know a company that well, it's better to be invested in one company that you know than in like 20 companies and then you don't know shit from any of those companies. You're just gambling at that point. You don't know crap. So if you know enough from one company, might as well put your money there.
Big shout out. Oh
Look,
shit. Brothers, you know what, Matt? I'm back. I'm back. It's been a long time. Actually, Francisco has pulled me out.
Matt.
Francisco out here working for free. Do you know
Always
what?
work for free.
I've no cash at the moment, Matt. I said it earlier on. I've no cash at the moment, my guy. I got caught with my pants down. I've literally nothing left, my guy. Joel says, "Hey, could be 90%. Only 1,000 shares though."
No,
you know what? If 1,000 shares all you could get, and you're 90% on it, do you know what? Big respect to that too, my guy.
I'm sure Matt is his percentage has been going up because he's been adding every paycheck, I think.
EOS reporting today too. EOS plus
Oh.
Rocket Lab with a little Harvard. It's my entire portfolio. Yeah, I need to actually wrap up that Harvard CEO interview again.
Yeah, Harvard.
EOS. Scott O's big into EOS, isn't he?
Yeah, he
I
is.
never actually got massively into it. Matt Money has 0 shares. Do you know what? He has 0 shares and 100 Lamborghinis, my guy. Paycheck's so small, all I can do is buy pennies at a time.
It's in the pink sheets. No, but like EOS, yeah, I think Scotto is gonna do something like maybe he's gonna do live or something. I gotta go back to his page, but maybe he's gonna do a video afterwards. But he's gonna go over that one.
Do you know what? I've actually been following Scott O for the Redwire as well. He actually puts out some really nice videos on Redwire. He actually calms the storm a little bit. I know you can't calm it too badly. Scott O needs to do EOS weekly.
Yeah.
You know what? Could
Yeah.
be a shout.
He's putting some info. Are you into EOS or no?
No. I haven't. Like, not gonna lie, EOS. When I say research, I've probably done a solid 10 minutes on it. So no, I haven't. Nothing.
You know what? Matt Money needs to do the Bros again, a Bros weekly. The Dutch, what is it? Dutch Bros, the coffee, man.
Dutch Bros,
He got that one very early, man. Like years ago, I remember watching him on YouTube, like going to grab coffee and stuff, and it was
I
funny.
remember him going grabbing coffee and saying,
Yeah.
You can see it expanding out. Yeah. Do you know what? Dutch Bros, I don't actually. Is that just an American thing at the moment, or is it all
I
around
don't
the
know,
place?
but I know it was blowing up. Let's see what's that. His Bros that what's the symbol, Bros?
Do you know what? We'll have EOS weekly, Dutch Bros weekly, collab with eVTOL weekly, and
I
then
know Matt got that one early.
weekly. Do you know what? Love it.
I know the Bros. That would be a good one. Oh man, give me a second.
Matt says they'll be in Ireland soon enough. Do you know what, Matt? When they come to Ireland, I will travel there. I will buy from them, and I will send you a picture of me drinking a Dutch Bros coffee. Joel Williams says still buying weekly there. What in EOS gone? Big man, definitely look into it. Do you know one I really want to look into is Rivian after speaking to Francisco again earlier. Between Francisco and Dylan, they were really pushing Rivian. Well, no, Francisco, it was months ago he was telling me about it, and then Dylan this week was speaking about Rivian. Do you know what? I just feel like I'm so eVTOL pushed at the moment. I jumped back to that eVTOL space. And yeah, what we're gonna do, we're not going daily again. That actually burnt me out. Matt, you were right, my guy. Do you know what? Got laborious, got boring, got repetitive. And do you know what? When the creator don't enjoy it, I know you won't enjoy it. So yeah, no, it was Francisco that actually reached out and got me back into this place. Do you know what? We'll probably do like a midweek stream. I don't want it nothing too wild. I know it was going very tinfoil hat. It actually got away from what we usually do on the Hustle Brothers a little bit. Yes, I did have another creator with me. You notice that is gone. I'll speak about that another time. Guys, how are we feeling about this whole launch? I do have a earnings call in what, half an hour. It's going to be a wild one. We did sort the audio out. It's been mad. What do you think of a new background? That's actually wild, isn't it? It looks less, I don't know, gimmicky or something. I do like it. Rocket Lab at the moment going quite flat, 56.50, 0.12% down. Then let me just double check. I know Francisco did share me that haste launch. Guys, do let me know. Do you want to see the New Glenn launch streamed? We could stream that. Brett says, is it normal for double battery jettison? I've only seen one in the past. I'm nearly certain they have two batteries that they jettison, though, don't they? It's one for the way up, and then they do a battery hot swap. Now, the only thing is, I don't know. Do they normally jettison the second one away? That's a good question. Matt, you might know that, or if not, when Francisco comes back. All I know is they normally have the two batteries on the way up. But I'm not quite sure. Look, guys, I'm completely out of touch with Rocket Lab at the moment. I haven't been streaming it for a while. I saw two fly off this launch. Do you know what? I wasn't concentrating that much. I was trying to sum my audio out, so I do apologize for that, Brett. Let me... Oh, guys, anyone get the Rocket Lab book? The Rocket Lab book came out, didn't it? That was a wild one. I'm gonna not lie to you. I'll be completely honest. I did not get it. I will at some point, but nah, I wasn't one of those rushing straight in for it. Escapade mission. We heard a little bit about the Escapade mission. Are you confident that we'll get a launch on, what did Francisco say? We're pushing for, it was like 4 days time, wasn't it? The 9th or something. Matt Money says, I got the book, but I'm in the UK right now, so I can't pet and stroke it. You should have got it delivered to the UK. You know what? You could have met the other hustle brother Reese in the UK. Where are you in the UK at the moment, my guy? And is it for work, or are you just on vacation at the moment? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, so I seen the Hypersonic start mission got pushed back to Q1 26, but I'm sure Francisco was on about there was another one that was confirmed. Guys, if you have the link for it, do share it to me. Oh, here we go. Notes that next spaceflight for Rocket Lab Electron launch out of Wallops. Mission in van for Sunday, November 16th. Window is 7:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. See that? Yes, we could be getting a haste launch on Sunday. 7.5 million Electron. We won't know whose that's for. Real Matt Money is in London for work. Do you know what? You really could have met up with Reese. New York will be like London soon. In what way? That could be interpreted in many ways. Do you know what? It won't be long before you'll be flying around New York in an eVTOL. Need to shout that out there, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, my whole feed is all eVTOLs at the moment. I'm trying to find some Rocket Lab news, but I can't even find it. Guys, do let me know. What else have you got going on in your mind? Are you buying Rocket Lab at the moment? Are you waiting for it to pull back? What are we sitting at the moment? We're still flat, 56.48. Also, do you know what, guys? It's been a while. Bang that like button. Share this out to more people. Also, while you're at it, bang the subscribe button. I'd love to see it. Will you be following us for the Joby earnings? Do let me know. We also have Archer Aviation tomorrow. That's going to be fire. there's a lot of battling going between Archer and Joby at the moment. It's starting to turn into Rocket Lab ASTS. Hookdem says all the buy-in dips left me broke, and that's the thing. I think we like myself got caught my pants down. I flew into Tesla after earnings. I literally just dove in, and yeah, it's just left me overexposed now at the moment. I'm heavily down on Redwire. Tesla's doing all right. Rocket Lab's doing all right. Archer's, we look over the long term, Archer's doing okay, but it just feels like we're spiraling at the moment. Joby's doing quite good, to be fair. No, the only thing about Joby is certification got pushed back in the UAE. But look, is UAE something you're really dependent on, or is it more or less the US certification we're going for? Guys, how do you feel about Tesla's flying car, flying roadster? I've actually covered that an awful lot over the past while. How do we feel about that? What's your thoughts? I have a good few theories about the link with SpaceX and flying car could actually mean that it's a payload on Starship. Then land payload on board demonstrates the freight transfer Earth to Earth, point to point. That way, it's either your biggest unveil ever, or it's your biggest launch ever, e.g. launch Starship, you get a flying car. Also, he said it could be the biggest flap, and of course it's going to be the biggest flap if Starship failed to land payload on board. Joby starts TIA soon. Yeah, I've seen that today. Several aircraft gone into production for TIA. Tesla flying convertible is a joke, Liam. You know what? I think it's to do with Elon came out 2018. Rocket thrusters, 10 rocket thrusters for cornering, for acceleration, for braking, and the ability to have a look. They'll need certification to actually fly. So I don't believe that's the case. He also said it'll be a SpaceX package. So like, I don't think it's just gonna be a flying car. You can be like full self-driving. We said it before. You'd need a pilot's license for this if it was a flying car. If not, you'd need full autonomy. Look, we can't even get electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles that look like a cross between a helicopter and a plane to get certified with a pilot on board. So how in the name of God are you going to get little Mary from down the road going to do a shopping, fly a Tesla Roadster? Do you know what? Just don't make sense. Also, back in 2017, Elon did say that the Roadster will be designed to orbit Mars, or to be in orbit around Mars. So is it the fact that it's going to be flying, it'll be the first car that'll be able to drive around Mars? But we did then say, like, why would you need cars on Mars? Aren't you better to either go under the ground or if you have the ability to fly? But we were going back to that before, that if Earth was to be remapped today, you probably wouldn't have as many roads. The ability we have to fly, 3D mobility is so much better, no congestion. Where you go, but look, this is a Rocket Lab stream. I've turned it into an eVTOL and a SpaceX. So, guys, you know what? We're getting very, very close. For Joby, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, see if we get the payload deployed. Guys, what time suits you for a midweek stream on Rocket Lab? I'll be a lot more prepared for next week. I need to dive back into Rocket Lab badly. It's one of those, it's a passive position in my portfolio at this stage. I'm just so bullish on the whole company that I've just sort of let it sit, jump back to my VTOLs, and yeah, but you know what? I need to get back making content around Rocket Lab. Imagine Karen's in a flying Tesla. I actually said that before. I said, imagine, you know what? How me and Reese said it, yeah. We were like, say your grandmother or your grandfather, yeah. Look, I'm not putting them all in the same boat, but like ours, very bad at technology. You know, like an Irish grandfather or so, very bad at technology. So, not alone ordering them an Uber, that can be stressful enough because they just don't understand the concept of Uber. But imagine an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle. How am I going to convince him to get on that? Just to go to the shops, my guy, it'd be insane. But you know what? It could be even more insane having a not only a fully autonomous driving vehicle, but a fully autonomous flying vehicle. I don't know. I think Elon goes down these. He creates little challenges for himself, doesn't he? So he made the Cybertruck bulletproof to subsonics. He made the Cybertruck have the ability, like there was no need to make it that powerful and that quick. So he made it with the ability to pull a Porsche 911 while beating a Porsche 911. I think this is just another one of those challenges. Can I make a car that can have it? Look, we were looking into it. They're on about putting 10 rocket thrusters on it. Now you're gonna say, how can they do that with a electric vehicle? It won't be. It'll be air compressed. It won't be actual rocket fuel in there. It'll be compressed air. I was actually looking up specifications of it, and I was like, look, we can only get an estimate at the moment because there's no actual solid evidence that So that's it, guys. 74 successful launches. Well, look, what, 26 left until we hit that milestone of 100. Thank you so much for showing back up. Yeah, it has been a while since I've been here. Look, lost that love for creating content around RKLB, but look, we're back. Francisco did get me back here, so yeah, Francisco will be my partner in crime going forward. Yeah, I won't say no more. Real Map Money, imagine thinking there's been sound this whole entire time. Huh? Have you just been listening in the quiet? My God. Do you know what, guys? Dude, there's 40 of you here. We're running Joby Aviation's earnings in about, what, 15 minutes? Half an hour. It's going to be fun. It's going to be explosive. We get very emotional at earnings. So, yeah, I will be running a Spaces alongside the post earnings. So after the earnings call, I will be opening up Spaces. Absolutely anyone can jump in, have your say live with us. Just don't call me out live, please. Right, guys, my name's Liam, one of the host brothers. It's been a while. I will be back weekly. Yeah, and we will stream that new Glen launch. Right, guys, until next time, we'll see you then.